Good morning. Happy Print Day. It is Tuesday. Yes, and this is your first time in here. How does
I
it feel?
know. I love it. It looks so good. It's our first
Yes.
time in the new studio. I'm happy to be here. Like I said, so cool
Mhm.
to see how much this has come from our little room
Yep.
with just the computer by myself, then you
Mhm.
joining, and then to now. Oh, so
We're here
good.
together. Yeah, so you guys know Springs always give you guys the headlines of the day, and let's get that started with what's happening here on a local level. We're going to get you guys updated on some court cases that we've been following. Trial day is set in connection to the deadly shooting at Iron and Ale restaurant in Lynchburg. Derek Lewis due back in court July 5th. Police say that he's charged with killing 28-year-old Tyler Johnson. A jury has determined that there is enough evidence for him to go to trial. The shooting happened in November, but Lewis wasn't arrested until February.
And also, we now know the trial date for a Roanoke man charged in the murder of a young girl. As you see on your screen, court records show a jury trial for Jonathan Anderson is set for September 18th and is expected to last for 2 days. And as we first told you, February, police found an unresponsive girl on Russell Avenue Southwest, later died. So again, we'll continue to follow these stories and bring you those updates.
All right, now let's get to a former Pulaski County deputy who is in some hot water right now. Virginia State Police investigating a former Pulaski County deputy in connection with a home break-in. We're told the 27-year-old Michael Bruce has been charged with trespassing and public intoxication, both misdemeanors. State police say that someone was inside the Pulaski home at the time Saturday morning, but no one was hurt and no damages were reported. The Pulaski County Sheriff's Office tells 10 News Bruce is no longer employed with the Sheriff's Office. So we're going to be following this to figure out exactly what's going on over there. But that was one of the breaking news stories we brought you guys. We figured out here recently.
Another story we've been following is a Carroll County woman who was in custody after breaking into a home. So she was naked and threatening to kill the homeowner with a frying. See a picture of her on your screen. Carroll County deputies say Paula Locklear broke into a home on Loafers Rest Road in Austinville. They say the homeowner shot her in the leg. Deputies say she is being held without bond. No charges are being filed against the homeowner, and deputies say the shooting was considered self-defense. So again, a bunch of crazy stories we're following right now, and if you'd like more details, always on our website.
Definitely. Now, that was a bizarre story, but here's another crazy story for you guys. A Blacksburg Jewish Community Center is reeling after a sign outside of their center was vandalized. President of the center, Eric Hollerman, says that the symbols written on it represent racism and anti-Semitism. We've blurred them out in this picture, so Hollerman was upset, but he says that his perspective has started to shift. He's received an outpouring of support, including an offer from a sign company to replace the damaged.
And the notion that someone would step up and say, no, we don't like that. We'll replace the sign for you just to show you that there's support. That's heartening. That's wonderful. That's what the New River Valley is about.
Alderman says that there were no security cameras up in the area. He reached out to the police and they told him that they plan to patrol more in the area. Today is the Jewish holiday, actually, of Purim. It commemorates the saving of the Jewish people by Queen Esther in the 5th century BCE. So yeah, basically all that to say is that there is never any room for hate, especially when it comes down to any kind of community or whatever you are or involved in. The fact that, the community comes in when there's somebody who does something super bad, that's always a blessing.
I was just gonna say, that's the cool thing, is to see how many people have come in, step in, help out, even after something so horrible is. So that reminds me, there's still a ton of love in this world.
Yep.
Want to help out.
Yeah, so you're about to help us out too, because get this. This is, what is it, severe weather?
Severe weather awareness.
Been working
week.
all day about
this. So we've been talking to the National Weather Service about this. It's just a week. Make sure everybody is prepared and it's safe in case there is any crazy weather in our area. We know what happens. So improving the nation's readiness, responsiveness, and overall resilience against severe weather. That is what the National Weather Service aims to do during the week. So all week long, they are sharing tips and information on how to keep you and your family safe during any type of weather. So this can be during a tornado, flash flooding, or severe thunderstorm. Like I said, we have it all here. One of the best ways, though, to be prepared is to have an emergency kit ready to go. National Weather Service told us the best things to have in your emergency kit are water, non-perishable food, a flashlight, first aid supplies, and a whistle in case you need to signal for help.
And that should be something that you should have enough supplies to get you through 72 hours. Think about a worst case scenario. Those who were here in 2012 may remember the derecho when we had a line of thunderstorm winds that came through, knocked out power for multiple days. Some areas didn't have power for up to a week or a little bit longer.
Today, the National Weather Service is also holding a statewide tornado drill. That's going to be at 9:45 a.m. So not too far off from that right now. The drill will be broadcast on the National Weather Service radio and emergency alert system. This is a chance to make sure you know what to do if there is a tornado warning. Make sure you are prepared. So great chance to practice today. All schools, businesses, and households are strongly encouraged to participate. And all week long, the National Weather Service is covering topics like science, lightning, flash flooding, weather safety, all these different topics, and you can find links to that available on our website. But in case you want to educate yourself more about the weather, if you've ever been curious about, what these terms really mean or how to be prepared or what really causes flash flooding, they've got all of that all week long.
Yeah, so tell me, Brittany, what did you learn that was kind of something that you didn't know in the past after doing the story?
So I learned that apparently there is a myth here in Southwest Virginia that there's no tornadoes because the mountains kind of block from that.
I heard that too. I was just like...
But that's a myth. The National Weather Service said no, because if you remember last year, we had a tornado touchdown in Bedford County, and then we had another one touchdown in Carroll County in the spring of last year. I went and covered both of those. And so if you've heard that myth, not true.
Yes.
You want to be ready.
Yeah, no, I was guilty of that. I was just like, I'm moving to Roanoke, Virginia. I'm not going to have to worry about no tornadoes. And I told Mom that. I was just like, girl, we good. And now all of a sudden, after those situations happened, I was just like, okay, yeah, so that's not true at all.
No.
But anyway, speaking about severe weather, something that we're not going to have to be experiencing.
So as someone that's from the Midwest, when I moved here, I was like, where are y'all's basements?
Oh, okay.
Because, so before here, I moved to North Carolina, and it's so like wet down there that you can't dig a basement. Because it'll flood. And so I'm not sure about here because I live in an apartment, but in my house in New Bern, I was like, the alarms are going off. Where do I go? And so I Googled it, and I got my cat, and I got a pillow and a blanket,
and I
laid in my bathtub.
Yep, there he goes.
And my fiance was out on the front porch just looking at it, and I was like, get in
the bathtub.
Yes, I remember
the
that.
area with the most, secure.
Yeah, the walls surrounding you, I guess.
No windows, the most inner part of your apartment, if that's what it is, or if you have a neighbor who's welcome to let you in their basement. But yeah.
I remember the mattress, the parents would gather the mattresses and go sit in the hallway, put it over your head. Y'all remember in school when you have to get under the desk for is that the earthquake, right? Or was that in the hallway where you put the book over your head?
I don't remember.
Don't judge us. Okay, we're gonna figure this
out. I had to do a school drill.
Yeah.
Well, this one wasn't a drill, but we stayed there for like hours. Like they wouldn't dismiss us. We were there until like 5 p.m.
Good Lord.
Well, it was scary.
So back on here at home, we're not having to deal with any severe weather, thank God. Meteorologist Chris Michaels has been coming in clutch with these temps that I can't complain about. I know you were going ahead
I love them.
I was like, you had a whole productive day yesterday walking around with Mabel.
Nice outside. I am outside for as most of the day as I can be.
So let's go ahead and hand it over to him, give you an update of your forecast.
Hey there, guys. Happy Tuesday to you. Going to be a windy day today. Pretty much steady temperatures from start to finish. We'll turn cooler, especially later this week and heading into the weekend, but it's nothing compared to what we saw around this time 30 years ago. Some of you may remember the superstorm of 1993, and this is where you come in. We want you guys to be part of the weather story by showing us your pictures, whatever you may have from that event, and we'll share them heading into the weekend and heading into next week. In the meantime, enjoy the rest of the sprint with Jaffney this morning.
All right, Chris, thank you so much. And we got lucky with Chris as well because he always goes to these Tasty Tuesday shoots. Today is Tuesday, which means it's Tasty Tuesday. It's Tasty Tuesday. Yes. So he got some hot pretzels, and I will tell you that I have never really been that big of a fan of a pretzel.
Soft pretzel?
Yeah, I've never actually. I know some people were like, when I first tried it, I guess I was expecting something sweet. Yeah, I know. And look at it now. Okay.
I'm sorry. In Philly, they're known for their soft pretzels. We have the Philly Pretzel Company, and so when Chris was telling me about this shoot, I was like,
yeah, no, for sure. And they look great. So look, the hot pretzels have become one hot commodity in the Roanoke Valley thanks to the talent of one local couple who owns and operates Hot Knot, Maggie Perrin and Alex Eliads. First met at Golden Cactus Brewing and started dating shortly thereafter. It was only fitting that their business, Hot Knot, debuted there this past weekend. It only took an hour and a half to sell out of these bad boys.
And that doesn't surprise me because if you saw a video of them, they are massive. Oh, good. We actually got to taste them too. The couple takes pride in being a baker and artist, where Alex works on how each pretzel tastes. Maggie works on how it looks. She's got that down. Those pictures do it justice.
Look at that.
The couple dips and salt pretzels before throwing them in the oven, and they come out with that beautiful golden color. And when pulled apart, the soft dough is revealed. I'm getting hungry. I want another one right now. The design of each pretzel is different, though, depending on whether it's sold individually or sandwich. Look at those sandwiches.
I mean, it looks gorgeous. And this past weekend, we were celebrating our photographer Noah's birthday, and we stopped by Golden Cactus, and I remember they were having those, and I believe, who was it? You
Chris,
that got one? Okay,
Chris bought two of them for us to share and try, which was very nice.
They look very fluffy. Everybody was very happy when they had one. I need to definitely taste one of these. I've had the cinnamon sugar pretzel. I don't know if you've had one of those before, but I like those, and I was just like, okay, I'm gonna give this salty taste thing a try because you put cheese and stuff on it or something.
You can put cheese, or you can dip it in maybe if you want a sweeter
dip it
a
in
honey
beer.
mustard or a beer cheese dip is good. I've had that
Oh,
before.
so it's beer cheese, so it's not actual beer. I can get a pup. Okay, okay.
Yeah, or you can get one of their sandwiches. Their sandwiches were massive. You saw them, right? With the ham and the cheese and the pretzel. That looks good, but I need to split it.
Yeah, might need to do that. But you can check out those combinations of what they have on their website or on our website at WSLS.com. You can also figure out where they're popping up at by following them on their Instagram page as well. Now, to the last but not least, well, that's not the last story. Okay, keeping it going. we got one more story, and then we got another one to tell you guys. But organizers looking for volunteers for this year's Blue Ridge Ironman. More than 1,000 people are needed to help out with the race from June 2nd through the 4th.
70-mile course challenges athletes to swim, cycle, and run in Virginia's Blue Ridge. It sounds exhausting, but if you want to do it, let us know in the comments if you've ever done this before. Volunteers, though, want to volunteer, you can help with the setup, registration, and race operations. It's a big deal for our area, and organizers need community support now.
This brings a good set of personal enjoyment and community give back, and it's just so much fun. These athletes are really giving it their all. They do 70 miles. They do 1.2 miles of swimming, 56 miles of bike riding, and 13 miles of running. So to see your smiling, cheering face alongside them is really just a big impact.
Now, there's no deadline to volunteer, but the sooner the better. Go to Ironman.com/volunteer to sign up. I feel like I can knock one of these out if I could split it among several people.
I was going to say, where are you going with this? Because, wow.
I just feel like, okay, so just hear me out. If we could do this, I bet you I can hold down the swimming part. I love to swim. I think you can knock out the running.
I got the running.
You got the running.
Swimming is not my thing.
And then Rebecca, you can knock out the cycling.
Yeah, because you just learned how to ride a bike, what was it, a year ago? No. When was that?
No, I learned how to ride a bike
2 months ago.
in the fall.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
I literally,
so she's got biking.
The furthest I ride is from my apartment to Twisted Track downtown.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 0.2 of a mile.
That's okay.
And I get winded.
Well, we finish it. If we could train up ourselves, we'll get it down. We'll get it down.
But if you're somebody who's participating this year, let us know in the comments. Or maybe you're volunteering. You've volunteered before. We want to hear from you and all about what it's like. Sounds like a good time.
And like drop your training regimen.
Oh yeah.
Yes, that'd be cool.
Like how intense do you train? And then how do you have to eat to like maintain that? Because if I had to say no to chicken nuggets, don't count again.
Yeah, no, I probably have something that would definitely have me cramped up, like in the water.
Yeah.
Like,
you gotta watch what you eat. But place where you don't snack a ton, the movie theater.
Yes,
but a lot of people, they haven't gone in a while. I went for the first time with you a couple months ago.
You did. We watched a very interesting movie. But 2 years ago, movie theaters couldn't attract customers because of the pandemic. But now, one theater in Richmond is turning paying customers away. So this is kind of a controversial kind of story.
So the Movieland customers under under the age of 17, 17 won't be admitted if the film starts after 7:30 p.m., regardless of the rate. Everybody is happy about the new curfew. It takes effect this month, but the theater management says the change was made based on feedback.
Additionally, the theater said that it will begin offering more show times earlier in the day for family movie nights. So here's my theory behind this. I think, just looking at it from a glass half full type standpoint, I think these theaters, or this particular theater, is trying to go out its way to make sure families are together in the evening. Because sometimes, people get a little unruly after a certain time period, but being at home at the dinner table, maybe watching a movie on the couch, maybe that's something that they're trying to promote, especially seeing as though they're going to start doing a lot more family activities earlier in the day. But I know Jenna, she was talking about how she thought that there might have been some, teens doing stuff they ain't got no business doing.
That might be it. Also, part of it could be a lot of, right now, we're seeing a lot of cutbacks, stuff like that. So maybe it could be a part of cutbacks. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm curious as to if you're under 17, but you're accompanied by an adult.
Right.
Can you go? Will they let you in? Is that, like, say you're going with your dad.
Right.
I don't know.
No, I mean, it makes sense. Whatever their theory behind it is, I'm pretty sure they have a good reason, but I just know it's keeping everybody.
I think that's my perspective on it, is like, if me and my fiance are going to go to a movie, I don't want to listen to a baby crying, because you have those parents that might let their children watch something that's maybe not age appropriate.
They said regardless of rating. They just said like after 7:30. So
I'm thinking.
I don't think they're going to be like showing Finding Nemo after 7:30 then.
Well, and that's another thing. Like you said, I would. I just don't think, like I said, I just feel like they're more than anything pushing toward a family, like, hey, you guys be at home. Even though I think that probably make more money to bring the family to the theater. But you buy a drink, get you a popcorn and spend $50 at that thing.
And then go home. That's what I used to. I'm not gonna lie, I used to do that in college. I'd go to a movie theater, get a bucket of popcorn, and then go back to my apartment and watch a movie with my friends because I couldn't bring the popcorn. I like the movie theater popcorn. Let us know in the comments for thoughts. Have you ever done the popcorn thing?
See, I'm the backwards person. I'll go to the store.
Oh no.
I'm not gonna put my secret out there. Okay. No secrets. Let's get Jazz on the phone. Jazz, are you with us?
Hey, yeah, I can hear y'all.
Hey, what do you think about the movie theater deal?
Honestly, I kind of see where both sides are coming from.
Right.
On one hand, I understand how, like Rebecca said, sometimes you don't want to hear people crying or just teenagers being super loud and doing their thing. But also, I can understand like how I know like when I was younger, I was very socialized.
Oh yeah.
So like not being able to grab. But honestly, I've done
both sides. Yeah, and that's where I'm at too. I want to know what people in the comments think. So if they're seeing this video and they're going to watch it later and comment later, please drop your opinions in the comment section. But speaking of that section, do we have anything today?
Yeah, Arizona says this morning.
What's up, brother?
Good morning. Happy Tuesday.
Our very own Steve. Favorite show and can't wait to watch.
Yay, Steve! We know you mean that sincerely, so thank you.
Yes, guys, if you guys don't know, we have a director named Steven, and he is by far the best person. He's super talented with the strings, play the guitar and all that stuff, and he can work the buttons like a magician. So we love you, Steven, and
Thanks
we
for watching.
can't wait to have you on the show one day.
Oh yeah, we gonna pull you in.
Yes. Do we have anything else, Jazz?
That's all for today.
All right, my girl. Well, thank you so much.
Oh yeah, no problem.
All right, peace out. Well, my ladies, do we have anything else you guys want to add? What are you working on? I know you're working on something.
I'm working on a cool story with a student at Virginia Technical.
Okay.
Look for that tomorrow. I'm not going to give away too much. But yeah, I'm excited to meet her and see what she's up to and voting. So I've got that next.
I'm excited to hear about it. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us on our Tuesday edition of the Morning Sprint. We'll be back here again tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. You know where to find us, right here on WSLS.